Boom, right there. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see? Yeah, that's me, Token Vaping. How's it going, guys? So today's juice review is another flavor in an ongoing line, repping the East Coast, which is where I grew up, so it's always a huge honor and privilege to be able to do a little something to give back to, my old stomping grounds, so to speak. Grew up on the island, spent a lot of time in the city, so this is a company that I'm actually really happy to have had a chance to try. They are based out of New York. The company is called Unholy Vapor. Quick disclaimer, I don't know why I wait to a specific point to say this, but there is an ongoing controversy going on with the vaping community, whether you are for it, against it, vapor, non-vapor, things like that, over labels, logos, marketing, advertising, things like that. As a reviewer, I am simply here just to state that my purpose of why I do this is to review what's in the bottle. The flavor profile, whether it matches what it's supposed to, the vapability of it, the enjoyment of it, the clouds of it, things like that. I'm not here to debate what is used on the label. I'm not here to debate whether I'm for it or against it. That is a separate vlog that I may do, but I just need to make that clear. Now, Unholy Water. This is the bottle. This is a 60 ml size. They are offered in a 30, 30, 60, and 120. And they do come in a 0, 3, and a 6. Now, the mix ratio does vary. They do believe in, they're going with max VG. And simply all that is just the maximum amount of VG that works best for their flavor profile for what they want it to come off as. So it's going to vary a little bit between a 70-30 and an 80-20. All it literally means is that the amount of VG that is in this particular flavor is the maximum amount that they will use for this flavor before it starts to affect it in a way that they are not happy with. So for this particular flavor, this is Ectoplasm. I don't know why, I just get a kick out of that name. This is a 7327. Now, for those of you who are not mixologists, I myself am not, you may not be able to tell the difference between something that's a 70-30 and a 73-27. However, when they're making this and they're adjusting it and they're trying to find that right percentage mix, it does make a difference. So, with that said, you can check out their website, which is unholywatervapejuice.com. It is a mouthful, but that is what they use. These are made in Brooklyn, New York. Great area. If you've never been there, if you have been there, definitely check it out again. They are on Facebook, Twitter. I almost said Tweeter, sorry. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, something called Fancy, Google+, Instagram. Not a shortage of places to be able to find them. They're all over social media. Definitely check them out. Great bunch of people behind the scenes. It does have the warning label on it. It does have their website here. It does have their logo, name of the flavor, nicotine level right here, and then that's the ingredients. Nicotine levels over here. And then it is safety sealed. So this is a first review, which will be going on a fresh cotton wick right here. Quick shout out to USV, United Society of Vape, for the USVL mod. And as always, if you've watched any of my videos, you know my cotton of choice will always be Texas Tough Cotton. I just like the way it works. It's really easy to work with. It doesn't take a whole lot of time to wick, re-wick if you need to on the go. The main reason why I like it is that it does not have a whole lot of break-in time. Basically, once you start vaping on it, you're pretty much vaping full flavor within a couple of vapes, and it just works really well. But I will put the link in the comment box for that. So, we're going to go ahead and bust this open, if I can. Because, as you know, these are supposed to be tamper-proof, so that is evident right now. I think I've got probably the only bottle that doesn't have a perforated seal on it, which is not a bad thing because it just shows that they do put the time and effort to make sure that these are properly sealed. I do apologize, I normally don't have this much trouble, so do not hold that against me. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and bust this open. Now the flavor profile for this one is a honeydew melon, cantaloupe with a cucumber. So this is, I'm hoping, just going by the flavor profile, this is going to be a very light, crisp, clean vape. They actually, on their website, they actually label it as a palate cleanser. So it basically will help refresh your taste buds and everything else if they've gotten bogged down from vaping heavy flavors, fruity flavors, things like that. But it should also be a very clean vape, and not have a whole lot of extra, an extra, like a heavy feel to it after you vape something for too long. Oh yeah. Definitely smell the honeydew. And there's a slight hit of the cucumber right on the tail end of that. That's actually really, really, really impressive. So I'm going to go ahead and juice this up, and we will get to going on this. Now, I have not vaped a whole lot of flavors with cucumber in them, but I do know that it is used to have a very refreshing feel to it in the vape. It's definitely supposed to help enhance a lighter kick like that. Quick disclaimer, I do apologize if you do hear that noise in the background. I do apologize. I do live near a naval base, so every so often you do have flight patterns going over. I can't control them because I don't schedule them, so my apologies for that. But I'm going to go ahead and get this juiced up, and we will get going on the vape, and we will see how this is. Now, with the melons and the cucumber, I would be interested in hope that it's going to have a nice medium of everything and not be too heavy on the melons, on cantaloupe, because sometimes that can tend to be a bit sweet for people after a while. Just go ahead and do a quick pre-burn on that. And we will vape. So, cap this up. Go ahead, as always, as you see, I'm vaping at 75 watts. And this is Ectoplasm from Unholy Water. Cloud density, that right there. I'm a big fan of clouds. I do get a kick out of them. So whenever the juice has heavy cloud production, but it's dense so that it looks more solid, I'm a fan of that just in general. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do a quick re-drip. I have started doing this recently just to ensure that I don't miss anything on the flavor, because usually off the first couple of vapes, it's going to be a little weak, so to speak, just because the cotton needs to fully soak up. So I've been doing this just mainly so that I don't misinform anybody and I'm not missing anything out on the flavor, to be able to let you know. That cloud density is awesome. Okay, so flavor-wise, I will say this right now off the bat, it is a very light flavor, and that's actually kind of nice with so many heavy flavors and a lot of flavors that basically after you vape them for a little bit, you know, they bog down your cotton, they bog down your coils, and they just sit on your tongue after a while. I can definitely see why they call this a palate cleanser. It is very light, it is very crisp. There is a light mixture of all three flavors. The tail end of it definitely is a cucumber, because it has that almost a cooling feel without being, it's definitely not a mint or a menthol or an ice or anything like that, but it does still have a cooling effect on the tail end of it. The honeydew and the cantaloupe actually complement each other really nicely, because it's not super heavy on either one, but you do taste both of the melons. I'd probably get, for me, and everybody has a different sensitivity to flavors, but for me, I probably get more of the honeydew on the inhale as it kind of blends into the cantaloupe, and then you exhale with the cucumber. So it's a really nice melding of them all. But again, it is not a super heavy flavor. Absolutely something that I could definitely see vaping on a really hot day, especially for those like myself who vape a lot of heavy dessert or custard flavors. On hot days, they can be a little much really quick. This would definitely be something without going super fruity or tropical, because I do know there are some people out there that aren't fans of that either. But this would definitely be a really nice, light flavor to vape if you just want to vape and you're not worried about how heavy the flavor is. But far as them calling it a palate cleanser, I can definitely see that as well, because it doesn't sit on your tongue very long, and you pretty much could probably just clean out your taste buds a bit. And if you want to vape something else, it'll help you taste that one better as well. I will say though, although the flavor combination is not unique, honeydew, cantaloupe, cucumber have been used before. It's not something that people have not heard of. However, the way that they've mixed the three of them together in this, it definitely stands out among a lot of others that I've tried that have the similar flavor profiles in that. So if you do want something to help offset your heavier flavors that you have, if you're looking for something just to vape on a really warm day and you don't really want to vape heavy dessert flavors, and you don't like going super tropical or super fruity, definitely give Ectoplasm from Unholy Water a try. It will surprise you, the lightness of it, but the vaping on it is actually pretty solid. So definitely check them out. Like I said, it's unholywatervapejuice.com. You can check them out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, Fancy, and Google+. Definitely give them some support. Definitely check them out. If you're in the New York area, they do have shops that they retail through that are spread out between Nassau, Brooklyn. I think there was a shop or two in Massachusetts as well. Don't quote me on that, but it is on their website. If you are a shop, you can go for wholesaling through them as well. But definitely check them out. As always, guys, I'm Token Vaping. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Pinterest. Anything that I can do to help make your vaping experience more enjoyable, it's the only reason why I want to do this. So definitely reach out to me if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything that I can help you with. I will do everything in my power to make that happen. But until next time, thank you for watching, and always truly remember, always truly love yourself. Vape on, vape strong. Have a good one, guys.